Have you ever wanted to build a really good-looking professional web page, but maybe you don't know how to code? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to jump into the XOOPS PageBuilder. It's a tool that lets you design everything visually, basically turning your ideas into a real website right before your eyes. So let's get started.
All right, here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about the basic building blocks. Then, we'll actually build your first page in just a few minutes. After that, we'll get into mastering the builder, powering up your design, and finally, how you can share and reuse your work. Let's dive right in.
Okay, so before we can really start building, you gotta understand the three core ideas behind this whole thing. And trust me, it's pretty simple. The best way to picture it? Think about building a house, right? From scratch.
First things first, you've got the theme. So what's a theme? It's the big picture, the overall design, the layout, the style of your page. It's literally the blueprint for your house. It dictates the style, and crucially, it defines where all the different rooms or slots are going to be.
And that brings us to slots. So if the theme is the blueprint, then slots are the actual rooms inside that blueprint. You know, you've got a specific area for your header, a main area for your page content, maybe a footer at the bottom. Each slot is just an empty container waiting for you to put something inside.
So you've got these empty rooms. What do you fill them with? That's where widgets come in. Widgets are basically the furniture. They're all the reusable blocks of content, things like a big hero banner at the top, or a block of testimonials, or a contact form. These are the things that actually bring your page to life.
So let's put it all together. The whole process is really just three simple steps. 1, you choose your blueprint, which is your theme. 2, you identify your rooms. Those are the slots. And 3, you furnish those rooms with content, your widgets. That's it. That's the whole idea behind this page builder.
Okay, that's enough theory for now. Let's actually see this thing in action. It's time to get our hands dirty and build your very first page. You're going to see just how quick it is to go from a blank slate to a live preview.
So when you first start, you've got a choice to make. You can either start from a totally blank page, which is great if you want full creative control and want to build everything from the ground up, or you can start from a template. And honestly, if you're just starting out, this is what I'd recommend. It's way faster because it's already got content in there that you can just tweak and customize.
And this is what you'll see when you go to create a new page. It's that first big choice right there in front of you. You see blank page on the left for starting fresh and start from template on the right to get a jump start. You just pick one, hit create page, and boom, you're off to the races. All right, once you're in, this is your workspace. This is your canvas. Right there in the middle, you've got a live preview of your page. Over on the left, that's your toolbox. It's filled with all the widgets, all the furniture we talked about. And on the right side, that's where you'll find your page structure and all the settings.
Okay, you know the layout now. So let's talk about really mastering this thing. This is where you start taking total control over every little detail on your page. This is where the real fun begins.
So that panel on the right is super important. It's split into two main tools. At the top, you've got the structure tree. Think of this as your command center. It gives you a high-level, bird's-eye view of everything on your page. And then right below it is the inspector. That's where you get into the nitty-gritty, editing the details for whatever you have selected.
Now, what if you want to rearrange things? Say move one section above another. It's so easy. You just go to that structure tree. You see those little dots next to a widget? Just grab them and drag it up or down. That's it. The live preview updates instantly. No code needed, just pure drag and drop.
Now, this is absolutely critical for any website today. How does it look on a phone or a tablet? Well, right up at the top, you can just click to switch the preview between desktop, tablet, and mobile views. This lets you make sure your page looks amazing no matter what device someone's using.
All right, so you've nailed the basics. Your content's in there, you know how to move stuff around. Now let's kick it up a notch. We're going to look at some of the more advanced features that give you some serious creative power. Again, all without touching a line of code.
So let me ask you something. Imagine this. You've spent hours, maybe even days, getting your page just right. All your content is perfect. And then you change your mind about the entire look and feel. Do you have to scrap it all and start over? The answer is a huge no. And this is where one of the most powerful features comes into play. You can literally click the theme's name right up top, and this Switch Theme box pops up. You just pick a new theme, click a button, and your entire page's design changes instantly. But, and this is the amazing part, all of your content stays exactly where it is.
So how does it do that? It's not magic, but it's close. It's called Smart Slot Migration. Basically, the builder is smart enough to look for slots with the same name. So if you have content in a footer slot in the old theme, it'll automatically move it to the footer slot in the new theme.
The key takeaway? You never, ever lose your content.
Okay, what if you want to make site-wide changes without switching the whole theme? That's where design tokens come in. The best way to think of these is like a master control panel for your design. You go into the Tokens tab, and you can change things like the main color, the fonts, the spacing, and when you change it in one place, it updates everywhere across your entire page. It's incredibly efficient.
Okay, for our last section, let's talk about being efficient, because you don't want to have to build the same thing over and over, right? The Page Builder is designed so you can create something once and then use it anywhere you want.
And the process for sharing your work is so simple. It's just 4 steps. 1, you export your page. This basically spits out a text file. It's called a JSON file, but don't worry about that. With all your page data. 2, you share that file with someone or just save it for yourself. 3, you go to a new site and import it. And 4, that's it. Your page is instantly recreated, a perfect clone.
And here you can see what it actually looks like. On the left, that's the export window with all that text that makes up your page. And on the right, that's the import window on a totally different site. You literally just copy the text from one, paste it into the other, give it a name, click import, and you are done. It's amazing. And one more thing to give you some peace of mind. While you're doing all this creative work, you don't have to constantly hit save. Autosave has your back. Every single change you make is saved automatically, so you can just focus on creating. Then, when you're all finished and happy with it, you just hit that publish button.
So there you have it. We've seen it all. Themes are the blueprint, slots are the rooms, and widgets are the furniture. You've got all the tools you need to build whatever you want, to customize it, and even to share it. The power is literally at your fingertips, and you didn't have to write a single line of code. So, the only question I have for you is, what are you going to build first?